So today we're going to work on the June 2024 Regents exam. We're going to do part one, questions 1 through 8. Again, if you need to go backward or forward, take advantage of that, as I will go relatively quickly because of time constraints. Okay, so number one, a ball was launched into the air and its height above the ground was recorded each second as shown in the table below. Based on these data, which statement is a valid conclusion? So a couple of things that you want to look at a question like this. And again, you want to read the choices. So the ball lands on the ground at 4 seconds. The ball reaches a maximum height of 11 feet. The ball was launched from a height of 0 feet. The ball reaches its maximum height at 2 seconds. Okay, so choice one, the ball lands on the ground at 4 seconds. Okay, that would not be correct because when it lands on the ground, this would have to be 0. Okay, its height would have to be 0. So number two, the ball reaches a maximum height of 11 feet. When you're looking at the height, the maximum height is 75. So you also take that out. 3, the ball was launched from a height of 0 feet. Okay, at time t equals 0, right? The height is 11 feet. So it's actually launched at 11 feet. So you take that out. And the ball reaches its maximum height at 2 seconds. So he said its maximum height is 75, and that occurs at 2 seconds, which is choice 4. Okay. So the next one says a tour bus can seat at most 48 passengers. Remember, at most means less than or equal to. An adult ticket costs $18 and a child ticket costs $12. The bus company must collect at least $650 to make a profit. If A represents the number of adult tickets sold and C represents the number of child tickets sold, which system of inequalities models the situation? So first, I know that the adult plus the children's tickets, we can't sell any more than 48 tickets because there's 48 passengers. So that means that A plus C has to be less than or equal to 48. Okay, so I'm going to take out choice 1 and take out choice 3. The next one says I have to collect at least $650. So I actually know that I have to take out choice 4 because I need at least. At least. Okay, but let's just delve a little bit further into this question. Why does that second equation work? The second equation works because it's $18 per adult ticket, $12 per child ticket. Okay, so this is the number of people, okay, and this is the cost. So remember, money goes with cost. So all of those, like the coefficients there and that constant are are part of a money problem. Okay. So number 3. So number 3, you want to remember that when you work with exponents, when you multiply common bases, you add exponents. So x to the a times x to the b is x to the a plus b. Okay, so only because I see a lot of multiplication there. So I'm going to take a look on number 1, x to the second times x to the third is x to the fifth. Okay, so that's looking good for us. But we have to check the other choices. Choice 2, you keep the same base. So this would not be correct. So take out choice 2. Choice 3, these would definitely not be the same because is negative 3 squared the same as negative 3 squared? Okay. And actually, let me change that. I'm going to change that to a different analogy. So negative 3 squared, is that the same as 3 squared? So I'm making my z equal to 3. Okay. So this negative in the front, okay, be careful. Order of operation says you square the 3 first, then make it negative. This would be -9. This would be +9, so it's not true. Be really careful if you're entering a negative number into the calculator. Like let's say Z was -3. Z was -3, okay? You would put the opposite of -3 squared. Does that equal -3 squared? And it still would not be true. Okay, I just want to emphasize those parentheses. And then choice 4, we know that we multiply, we add exponents, not multiply them. So we take choice 4 out. Okay, number 4. So this expression is equivalent to. First thing, it's an expression, there's no equal sign. We know we want to distribute through the parentheses. So we have -2x squared plus 4x minus 2 added to 3x squared plus 3x minus 5. So now we're going to combine like terms, -2x squared plus 3x squared. So remember, like terms have the same variable, same exponent. So that's going to be 1x squared. +4x, +3x is +7x. -2 and -5 is -7. And that would be choice 4. Okay, remember that 1 in the front is really imaginary. And very important with this question, this is the degree of this trinomial, right? And this is the constant term, Okay, so number 5, which sum is irrational? So again, an irrational number cannot be expressed as a fraction. Perfect squares are rational. So I always tell students to look for the questions that have perfect squares are rational. Perfect squares are like 100 because the square root of 100 is 10, right? So when I just eyeball this question, I see that 4 is a perfect square, 900 is a perfect square, 25 is a perfect square, 64 is a perfect square, 121 is a perfect square, and 49 is a perfect square. If you don't remember how to test it, just do second x squared in your graphing calculator, second x squared. The one where I see a number that's not a perfect square is in choice 1. Okay, so this one will come out to be irrational. And when I add it to my rational, I'm going to get an irrational. A lot of students just put this in their calculator and they see what kind of answers they get out. At a number 1, they get a non-repeating decimal. Okay, so number 6. Number 6, again, you could just plug in answer choices if you want. Some students plug in the left side to their calculator, plug in the right side. They see where the graphs intersect, right? Because it is multiple choice. What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to actually show us algebraically what we should do or what we could do. So first we want to distribute. So we would get 4x minus 20 over 3 plus 2 equals 14. Okay, at that point, we get rid of the addition or subtraction. So we do the opposite operations. That's the subtraction property of equality. So now we have 4x minus 20 over 3 is equal to 12. Some students cross multiply. What I'm going to do is actually multiply both sides by 3. These cross out. So I get 4x minus 20 equals 36. Add 20. Add 20. My 4x is equal to 56. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. and x is equal to 14. Again, many ways to do these problems. Okay, number 7, on an island, a rare breed of rabbit doubled its population each month for 2 years. What type of function? Anytime you hear the word doubled, something with a percentage, or tripled, or quadrupled, it's going to be an exponential problem, right? So in this case, it's exponential growth because you are doubling. If you are halving, it would be exponential decay. Okay. And the last one here, it wants the degree of the polynomial. The degree is the highest power. So what's the highest power in this problem? The highest power is a 3. So the degree would be 3. Great job following along, and I'll be finishing up this Regents shortly.